honored guests, trustees, faculty, staff, family, friends, and especially the 2017 Manhattanville Doctoral and Graduate Degree Awardees. Welcome to this joyous occasion, our 176th commencement. Please remain standing for the invocation, which will be offered by Rabbi Ben Schefter.
Good evening, and thank you, President Geisler, the Board of Trustees, family, professors, faculty, guests, and graduates. King Solomon teaches in Proverbs Mishlei 9:9, Ten lechacham v'yachkam, od hoda l'tzadik v'yosef lekach. Give to a wise person, and they will become yet wiser. Teach a righteous person, and they will increase in learning. Today marks the completion of your studies at Manhattanville College. The hard work, the dedication, the perseverance that you invested to reach this momentous occasion. And it is the beginning of the next stage in your life. A time when classroom knowledge blends with application and continued personal growth. May you all continue to learn and grow even outside of these walls. I would like to offer the following prayer as you continue on your journeys. Master of the universe, may you bless all of those gathered here tonight, the graduates, their parents, family, friends, and teachers.
That our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free, and the home of the brave, home of the brave.
Thank you. Please be seated. We are here to celebrate the 176th commencement of Manhattanville College, founded in 1841 as the Catholic Women's Academy by the Society of the Religious of the Sacred Heart. Manhattanville was actually located in Manhattan for the first 111 years of its history and moved to its current location here in Purchase, New York in 1952. The first graduate school, the School of Education, opened its doors in 1965. The Master of Fine Arts program in writing was added in 1991. And the School for Graduate and Professional Studies, today the School of Business, was launched in 1993. Candidates for the Master of Arts in Teaching, the Master of Science, the Master of Fine Arts, the Master of Education, the Master of Professional Studies, or the Doctor of Education, this is your hard-earned day of celebration, and we will celebrate. But before we get there, I want all of you to join me in a big thank you to your families and friends who supported you and in so many cases enabled you to be here and make it to this day. Let's give them a well-deserved standing ovation. I would also ask you to help me thank the faculty, the staff, and the administration of Manhattanville College for their untiring support in helping you achieve their goals. Whether they be faculty and staff in education, the business school, or the writing program, or staff in admissions, dining, student affairs, the library, media services, and IT, the provost's office, the dean's office, financial aid, institutional advancement, or facilities and operations, and the many, many other departments that have been part of this. We would like to thank Manhattanville's Board of Trustees and our great Alumni Association for supporting all of our programs and for their loyalty to this school. And now, it is our turn, Manhattanville's turn, to thank all of you candidates for a graduate degree in 2017 for having made Manhattanville the school of your choice. Today, we are awarding 317 graduate degrees, 18 doctoral degrees in education, 92 degrees of Master of Arts in Teaching, 14 Master of Education degrees, and 123 Master of Professional Studies degrees. We are also awarding 9 Master of Arts degrees in our creative writing program and 61 Master of Science degrees in our School of Business. We are proud of each and every one of you. For those among you who've earned their doctoral or master's degree tonight, I have some bad news. School is over. I know you really loved every minute you spent in our seminar rooms and our library, not to mention Benziger cafeteria, but now it's time to get a job. Contrary to what you may believe, being a student is not a breadwinning occupation. We love you and we want to see you again, but as successful alumni and alumni, as Secretary of Education perhaps, or better yet, as a member of the Board of Regents of the University of the State of New York. We could use some inside connections there. But we'll settle for something less important, perhaps a state senator or governor of New York State. We could use somebody, anybody in Albany, or for that matter in Washington, D.C., who has at least a rudimentary understanding of the field of higher education. So go out and make yourselves useful. I want you to follow in the footsteps of some of our recent graduate alums, such as Phyllis Corrido, MA 2001 and MFA 2013, who is currently Vice President and Dean of Academics at Columbia Green Community College, or Isabel Elias Castro, Manhattanville Class of '98 and Manhattanville Master of Science in 2001, President and COO of Global Nutrition, Maypro Industries, or Tanya Martinez-Snyder, Master of Science '96, Vice President for Organization Design and Change Management, the Estee Lauder Companies, or Matthew Lawrence, Doctor of Education 2016, who today is Principal of the Greenwood Lake Middle School. Those among you who have earned their Doctor of Education or their Master of Teaching or Master of Professional Studies degree in one of the specialized education fields tonight, I would love to get your advice and counsel on our soon-to-be-opened Center for Design Thinking once it is up and running, since I understand that educators in particular have welcomed design thinking as a way of teaching their students valuable life skills. For those of you who leave us tonight with a Master of Science degree in Business Leadership Management, I'm happy to inform you that your degree has already increased in value, since Top Management Degrees has just identified Manhattanville's Business Leadership degree as one of the 10 best management programs in New York State, along with programs at Rensselaer Polytechnic, the Lubin School at Pace University, and the Rochester Institute of Technology. This award also speaks well of our 5 other management programs, since they all feature an equally rigorous curriculum as the one cited by top management degrees for our business leadership program. Since I know that many of you were not only making financial sacrifices to attend the graduate program, but were also in many cases working full-time, I would like to acknowledge your determination and perseverance. And here is the good news. The time of conjugal visits is over. You will actually have an opportunity to reintroduce yourselves to your loved ones and your friends, your parents and your siblings. Based on some painful personal experience from when I was a graduate student, I know that having acquired not only new content knowledge over the past year or two, but also the professional jargon that goes with it, the temptation to bestow upon your personal and familial relationships the blessings of the latest research findings in your newly acquired field of expertise, along with the professional gibberish in which such research is typically couched, must be overwhelming. I advise you to resist that temptation. Not everybody in your family or among your friends will be quite as interested in the latest updates to generally accepted accounting principles, or the implications of the recent decision by the New York State Board of Regents to scrap the academic literacy skills test for teachers, as you currently are. And I would definitely advise against introducing this conversation, if you must have it, by using the acronyms GAP and ALST. Having such conversations with close friends and relatives may be detrimental to your health. And if you're in the market for a significant other, an opening line involving the terms GAP and ALST will likely not lead to a second date. On the other hand, what you can talk about is your great experience at Manhattanville College. I guarantee you they will be spellbound. Start with the story of Ben Doc Holliday, the stagecoach king, who owned the Overland Stagecoach and the Pony Express, and having sold both of them to Wells Fargo, used some of his money — he was reputed to be the wealthiest man in America at that time — to buy 1,000 acres right where we are all sitting today, in part to impress his beloved wife Anne and to mollify her family, who feared that she had married below her station. Talk about how he imported all sorts of flora and fauna from his native West, including a complete herd of buffaloes, and how he organized the only buffalo hunts ever seen on the East Coast. You can tell them about the celebrations he put on for his friends and family, often lasting for weeks, and how he loved to take them for a ride around his property, for all practical purposes the first American theme park, on his own narrow-gauge railway. And then you can talk about how he lost his wife and his entire fortune, all on one day in the stock market crash of 1873. Or, if you prefer a topic more related to your graduate studies, you can tell them how the Academy of the Sacred Heart, now Manhattanville College, was kicked out of its original site in Harlem, and how those feisty nuns successfully sued the state of New York, who had taken the land from them, obtaining an additional $3 million, which enabled them to buy this property. Which, of course, brings me to our motto, a French proverb that can be traced back to the legendary 15th century French merchant and trader Jacques Coeur, that gave our athletics teams their name. À cœur vaillant, rien d'impossible. To a valiant heart, nothing is impossible. All of you in this room tonight who are receiving a degree have already proven in the most impressive way the timeless truth of this French proverb. Or, in an equally famous line from the best motion picture ever made, nothing is written. As you leave today with your hard-earned and well-deserved academic honors on, I want you to remember that nothing is written for those who do their own writing, and that the ironclad conviction that to a valiant heart nothing is impossible will create a bond between yourself and Manhattanville College that we hope will last for the rest of your life. It is now my special privilege to introduce our keynote speaker and honorary degree recipient, Dr. Mark A. Brackett. Mark, will you please step forward? I will hood Dr. Mark Brackett after Provost Lisa Darling reads the citation.
Dr. Mark A. Brackett, the founding director of the Yale Center for Emotional Intelligence and professor in the Child Study Center at Yale University, is the lead developer of Ruler, an evidence-based approach to social emotional learning, SEL, that has been adopted by over 1,200 public, charter, and private schools in the United States, Australia, England, Italy, Mexico, and Spain, reaching over 1 million students. Ruler, an acronym that refers to the 5 key emotional skills of recognizing, understanding, labeling, expressing, and regulating emotions, helps schools infuse emotional intelligence into their everyday practice by enhancing the way students learn, educators teach and lead, and families nurture their children. Dr. Brackett and his team, in collaboration with Facebook, have also developed an open source SEL resource center and school climate assessment for high schools. Dr. Brackett has published over 125 scholarly articles and is the recipient of numerous awards, including the 2004-2007 Award for Excellence in Research, Mensa, Education and Research and Foundation, and the 2011 Joseph E. Zins Award. His research, which focuses on the role of emotional intelligence in learning, decision-making, relationship quality, and mental health, is featured regularly in the New York Times, Time Magazine, and on National Public Radio. Dr. Brackett serves on numerous research advisory boards, including the Collaborative for Academic, Social, and Emotional Learning, Lady Gaga's Born This Way Foundation, and the Greater Good Science Center. He was a postdoctoral fellow in the Department of Psychology at Yale University after earning his PhD in personality and social psychology from the University of New Hampshire, where he also received a Master's of Arts degree in personality and social psychology. Dr. Brackett also received a Master of Arts in forensic psychology from the John Jay College of Criminal Justice, and a Bachelor of Arts in Psychology in Spanish, and a certificate in criminology from Rutgers University. He also holds a 5th degree black belt in Hapkido, a Korean martial art.
Acting by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of the University of the State of New York and by the Manhattanville College Board of Trustees, and in recognition of his contributions to emotional intelligence, child study, and education, Manhattanville College is proud to bestow upon Dr. Mark Brackett the Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa, together with all the rights, privileges, and honors thereunto appertaining. Congratulations.
Wow, so I don't even know what to say. It's kind of weird to have 2 doctorates. But, so I guess my job is to ask everybody how they're feeling. I'm not kidding, actually. How's everybody feeling out there? I don't think that was a strong enough feeling. So, I was thinking about what a professor of emotional intelligence can actually say to a bunch of bright and talented graduates. What I'd like to say is just a few things. One is, how many of you are feeling pretty proud and inspired and ecstatic today? Raise your hand. Yeah. And those are great feelings to have. What's interesting, however, is the research that I've done over the last decade or so, which has looked at students in schools and teachers across the nation and people across the workplace, has shown that, unfortunately, most people, including most of our students in school, are feeling negative emotions about 75% of the time. They're mostly telling us they feel tired, they feel bored, and they feel stressed. How many of you think that those are like the best emotions to feel? Anyone? Probably not. And what fascinates me about that is I stand here today very proud, but as a student 35 years ago in my middle school and high school, I unfortunately felt the same way. I was a pretty unhappy kid. I was an anxious kid. I was bullied pretty badly. I always say to myself I was more interested in having coffee with my friends' parents than hanging out with my friends. I was like, wow, your parents are going through a divorce. That's interesting. Unsurprisingly, I was mostly a C student. I was a terrible student in my middle school. And I know many of you are thinking, that's impossible, right? This guy's got to be smart. And the truth is I am pretty smart. But back in school, back in the day, feeling anxious and stressed and overwhelmed all the time, I couldn't perform very well academically. And now I'm a scientist and I understand why. And it's because my emotion system overrode my cognitive system. I was stressed all day, I was worried about friendships, I was worried about my parents, and lo and behold, I couldn't concentrate, I couldn't focus, and I couldn't do well academically. Even later in life, when I wanted to go to grad school, unfortunately at that time in my life, my mom was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. I went to take the GREs, was so anxious and overwhelmed taking the GREs, I got scores that I'm embarrassed to share with you what they were. And what interests me about this work is that for some reason when I was a kid in school and even as an adult, there was no one really around to support me. No one really knew what to do. No one really knew what to say. No one really had strategies to offer me. So what I want to share with you is just a little bit about my work. And the first is that emotions matter. How many of you believe that how you feel matters? Can you give me a raise of hands? If you don't raise your hand, you have to leave. So emotions matter for 5 big reasons. They matter for how we pay attention to things, how we focus. They matter for how we learn. They matter for the choices we make. Has anyone here ever made a bad decision? Anyone? No, we won't go into sharing right now. They matter for our relationships, how we express our feelings and how we interpret other people's feelings matters, right? Because emotions send signals. They tell us to approach or do they tell us to avoid? Does anyone work with someone or know someone who displays a lot of negative emotion? Right? And how many of you say to yourself, I want to hang out with that person for the rest of my life? So we know that emotions matter for our health and well-being. And I think for many of the educators in the room for our performance. So the question I had is, what are the skills that we need to teach people to be wise about their emotion? And you heard about them. There are 5. The first is recognizing emotions. So being accurate at reading people and reading your own emotions. The second is understanding and labeling emotions, knowing how we feel and having the language for it. The fourth is expressing emotions, knowing how and when to express emotions. And what interests me about that is that I have 2 older brothers who came to hear me give a speech like this about a year ago. And I was sharing about my anxiety and my stress. And my one brother, after my presentation was over, he looked at me and he goes, "You're too vulnerable." I said, "What do you mean?" He goes, "You share too much about your childhood, that you were bullied, that you were anxious, and people are going to think you're weak." And I was like, "Dave, in my department, we call that projection, right? I'm doing just fine. Look at me, here I am. So we create rules for ourselves around whether we're comfortable or not sharing and expressing our emotions. And what I can tell you is that people who go through life who are uncomfortable with their feelings and expressing their feelings, they suffer a lot, like I suffered when I was a kid. And that leads to the last skill of emotional intelligence, which is the regulation of emotion, those strategies that we need to use to help us manage the full range of emotions, the disappointments, the frustrations, the negative feedback. So I'm going to wrap up by just saying a few things. For me, the big question is, I spent my entire life thinking about this stuff. I got into the martial arts as a kid. I had an uncle who was an amazing mentor of mine. I went for therapy for 15 years, got a doctorate in psychology. I've written 6 curriculum on social and emotional development. So I spent a lot of time thinking about this stuff. And I ask all of you to think about how much emotion education our nation's youth are getting today. How many students are really learning the skills that I like to call the other side of the report card, the skills that I think help them get through life. And I don't think it's too many. So let me wrap up by saying, let's take a moment and just reflect on where we are right now. Think of your accomplishments. Think about your success. Think about how you feel right now. And now let's take a moment and imagine a world where every child gets an emotion education, where they develop these skills of emotional intelligence. They get the skills of reading themselves and other people. They learn why they're having their feelings. They have a vocabulary to describe them. They're comfortable expressing their full range of emotions. They have strategies to regulate them. What might be different? What might be different about their health, their well-being, their academic performance, their ability to have their dreams come true? So I'll wrap up by just making one little statement, and it's one I'm stealing from the late Maya Angelou, who we all know was just an amazing poet. And what I love about one of her quotes is that it resonates with me every single time I read it. And it says the following: people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Brackett, for your inspiring message. And now, Manhattanville 2017 graduate degree candidates, we have reached the moment for which we have all worked so hard.
I will now call upon Dr. Shelley Wepner, Dean of the School of Education, to present to the Board of Trustees the 2017 Manhattanville School of Education candidates for degrees. Will the candidates for the degree of Doctor of Education please stand and present yourselves at this time?
President Geisler, I have the honor to present these candidates for degrees and to certify on behalf of the faculty that they have fulfilled the requirements set by the college for them.
Acting by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of the University of the State of New York and by the Manhattanville College Board of Trustees, I confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Education and admit you with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto appertaining. Doctoral candidates, please move toward the platform as your name is read, to be hooded by your doctoral advisors and receive your degrees.
Brandon T. Beck will be hooded by Dr. Kenneth Mitchell. Brendan T. Byrne will be hooded by Dr. Yiping Wan. Tony Ann Carey will be hooded by Dr. Yiping Wan. Lisa Ann Coppola will be hooded by Dr. Robert Munson. Andrew J. Ecker will be hooded by Dr. Yiping Wan. Martin M. Fitzgerald will be hooded by Dr. Yiping Wan. Jennifer Harrington Wilson will be hooded by Dr. Stephen Caldis. Candy Marie Lorenz will be hooded by Dr. Yiping Wan. Jeremy C. Luft will be hooded by Dr. Kenneth Mitchell. Ramon Meja Sanchez will be hooded by Dr. Joseph Phillips. Amy L. Michaud Wills will be hooded by Dr. Yiping Wan. Gina Marie Stenza Pin will be hooded by Dr. Stephen Caldis. Lisa Marie Proveromo Spindler will be hooded by Dr. Robert Munson. Leah Pollock Raftis will be hooded by Dr. Kenneth Mitchell. Kevin A. Roberts will be hooded by Dr. Stephen Caldis. Ida Side will be hooded by Dr. Yiping Wan. Ray E. Serrano will be hooded by Dr. Kenneth Mitchell. Maria Helen Thompson will be hooded by both Dr. Yiping Wan and Dr. Kenneth Mitchell.
Congratulations again to our new Doctors of Education.
Will the candidates for the degree of Master of Arts in Teaching please stand and present yourselves at this time?
President Geisler, I have the honor to present these candidates for degrees and to certify on behalf of the faculty that they have fulfilled the requirements set by the college for them.
Acting by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of the University of the State of New York and by the Manhattanville College Board of Trustees, I confer upon you the degree of Master of Arts in Teaching and admit you with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto appertaining. Master of Arts in Teaching candidates, please move towards the platform as your name is read to receive your degrees, after which time you may move your tassel from right to left. As you move across the stage, you will first receive my congratulations, and then Trustee Helene Smith, class of '88, will welcome you to the Manhattanville Alumni Association with the token of a Manhattanville lapel pin.
Elizabeth Marie Ahern. Catherine Marie Amodio. Melissa L. Amoroso. Caroline Eriks. Michael David Berlin. Asia Broderson. James C. Brown. Tyler Bruno. Chelsea Noel Casella. Stefania D. Cataliotti. Alexandra Catherine Clisham. Christina M. Colangelo. Rebecca A. Coldwell. Michael Cummings Cooper. Troy Cornwall. Danielle DeAndrea. Xavier C. DeJesus. Juliette Delaney. Melanie Dos Santos da Cruz. Alyssa Michelle DeGrande. Jennifer Teresa Calvert Edwards. Tara Elizabeth Flaherty. Joseph Thomas Gagliardi. Catherine Lauren Gamarata. Mary Beth Hernandez Nagard. Patricia E. Johnsmeyer. Jessica Jordan. Jeffrey Lagares. Michael John LaGreca. Madison Rose Littman. Rosa Angela Gianna Massa. Kristen Marie Mitchell. Harry A. Muniz. Dominique Mustacato. Thomas F. Natoli. James Evan O'Connor. Michael Pagnotta. Kristen Rose Papello. Megan A. Peterson. Rose Peraro. Jennifer Ann Renda. Karen T. Reynolds. Francisco Andre Sandoval. Brian Santiago. Kathleen Scully. Allison Elizabeth Seedorf. Jason B. Shockley. Anthony Joseph Spadaccini. Dominika Tatka. Lorenza Priano Triebenbacher. Christina Triscari. Amber Elizabeth Whitney.
Now will the candidates for the degree of Master of Education please stand and present yourselves at this time.
President Geisler, I have the honor to present these candidates for degrees and to certify on behalf of the faculty that they have fulfilled the requirements set by the college for them.
Acting by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of the University of the State of New York and by the Manhattanville College Board of Trustees, I confer upon you the degree of Master of Education and admit you with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto appertaining. Master of Education candidates, please move toward the platform as your name is read and receive your degrees, after which time you may move your tassel from right to left. As you move across the stage, you will first receive my congratulations, and then Trustee Helene Smith, class of '88, will welcome you to the Manhattanville Alumni Association with a token of a Manhattanville lapel pin.
Megan E. Darrell. Jessica E. Holt. Christine Moore. Cindy Pitkoff. Stephanie Lynn Vedral. Jane Bachman Wolf. That's it.
Will the candidates for the degree of Master of Professional Studies please stand and present yourselves at this time?
President Geisler, I have the honor to present these candidates for degrees and to certify on behalf of the faculty that they have fulfilled the requirements set by the college for them.
Acting by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of the University of the State of New York and by the Manhattanville College Board of Trustees, I confer upon you the degree of Master of Professional Studies and admit you with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto appertaining. Masters of Professional Studies candidates, please move toward the platform as your name is read and receive your degrees, after which time you may move your tassel from right to left. As you move across the stage, you will first receive my congratulations, and then Trustee Helene Smith, class of '88, will welcome you to the Manhattanville Alumni Association with a token of a Manhattanville lapel pin.
Maria Rose Alleluia. Vanessa Aspiazu. Michelle G. Avon. Lisa K. Ba. Gabriella Maria Brown. Kelly Brucal. Courtney Michelle Bucci. Michelle Donna Savetta. Sage Brooke Cone. Sarah Joy Consiglio. Haley Ann Coppin. Heather Amelia Jo Davies. Marissa DiCatano. Catherine F. DeLandry. Frank Anthony Delbeni. Valerie A. Dolan. Linnea Ann Fargo. Kelly Amanda Fernandez. Carolyn Ferez. Christine Stephanie Galindo. Paola E. Galindo. Kimberly Gigante. Julia M. Giustiniani. Rachel R. Goldman. Adrian Maria Greto. Raymond Albert Gualano. Peter Daniel Rosado.
I now call upon Lori Soderland.
No, not yet. We still have to do H through.
I'm sorry.
Letitia Cardenas Halpern. Bridget Elizabeth Hardiman. Nikki Lee Hardman. Melissa Shari Hoydish. Tyler Illy. Elizabeth Jacob. Jacqueline Elizabeth Just. Matthew Edward Cambites. Andrea Cardinale Keller. Jennifer M. Kerr. Brianna Kesner. Sung B. Kim. Grace Christine Koba. Emily Rachel Korn. Kristen Michelle Lakowski. Emily Maria Libertor. Daniel Joseph Liptak. Alexandra McTire Lockwood. Samantha Storm McDonald. Cindy Joanna Martinez. Catherine Rose McAllister. Jennifer Lynn McSharer. Lauren E. Manella. Jane Erin Packard. Elizabeth Pahakos. Brandon Perlman. Amy Ann Peterson. Mary L. Rosenberg. Danielle M. Solera. Brian Thomas Scarano. Ifat Shellen. Thank you. Nicole Sagona. Nicolette Smith. Rachel C. Smith. Georgia Beth Rapport Summer. Jacqueline Elizabeth Sullivan. Angela D. Sussman. Megan L. Talata. Ashley M. Thomas. Kevin DeMar Thompson. Ariana Marie Trengali. And Jennifer Rose Zeffie.
And now I call upon Lori Soderlund, Director of our MFA program in Creative Writing, to present to the Board of Trustees the 2017 Manhattanville candidates for the Master of Fine Arts.
Will the candidates for the degree of Master of Fine Arts please stand and present themselves at this time? President Geisler, I have the honor to present these candidates for degrees and to certify on behalf of the faculty that they have fulfilled the requirements set by the college for them.
Acting by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of the University of the State of New York and by the Manhattanville College Board of Trustees, I confer upon you the degree of Master of Fine Arts and admit you with all its rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto appertaining. Master of Fine Arts candidates, please move toward the platform as your name is read to receive your degree, after which time you may move your tassel from right to left. As you move across the stage, you will first receive my congratulations, and then Trustee Helene Smith, class of '88, will welcome you to the Manhattanville Alumni Association with a token of a Manhattanville lapel pin.
Christina Rose Chufo. Heather A. Dlinicki.
I now call upon Steve Albanese, Interim Dean of the Manhattanville School of Business, to present to the Board of Trustees the 2017 Manhattanville candidates for the Master of Science degree. Will the candidates for the degree of Master of Science please stand and present yourselves at this time?
President Geisler, I have the honor to present these candidates for degrees and to certify on behalf of the faculty that they have fulfilled the requirements set by the college for them.
Acting by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of the University of the State of New York and by the Manhattanville College Board of Trustees, I confer upon you the degree of Master of Science and admit you with all its rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto appertaining. Master of Science candidates, please move toward the platform as your name is read to receive your degree, after which time you may move your tassel from right to left. As you move across the stage, you will first receive my congratulations, and then Trustee Helene Smith, class of '88, will welcome you to the Manhattanville Alumni Association with a token of a Manhattanville lapel pin.
Pamela Andrushkowitz. Claudia Alexandra Artandi. Juan Carlos Baez Perez. Nadine Bayonne. Daniela Alyssa Bernasconi. Cherie Branch L. Violet. Oscar Noel Butrago, Jr. Gustavo Alejandro Cabral Perez. Esteban Fabrizio Camino. Mark Sinclair Capiccioni. Alyssa Christine Casino. Nicole Ann Cavagliano. Natasha Adassa Clare. Got it? Nicole Alana Davis. Shuang Deng. Priscilla Belinda de Vargas. Naomi Dagoni. Monique Evelard. Sergo Francois. Nicole Ann Freeman. Sarina K. Hoda. Luca Giorgio Liani. Salwe Corey. Debbie. Yes. Congratulations. Debbie E. Knight. Aaron Michael Kolodny. Michael Liberati. Michael Joseph Lyon. Matarasso. Okay. Amanda Jacqueline Matarasso. Stephen P. Moskowitz. Brandon Juan Petaway. Amanda Ann Phillips. Monica Kristen Pachin. Casey Ryan Shermick. Zachary Scott Spall. Sophia Nicole Stewart. Tian Tang. Megan Rose Testoni. Adrian T. N. Trotman. Elizabeth Valencia. Generis Vasquez. George M. Vera. Fitzgerald H. Villamar. Oh, I know. Teresa Volpe. Courtney Wilson.
None of us accomplishes anything of merit on our own. It takes friends, family, and community. I would like to ask all of our graduates to please stand and turn and face your families and friends to say thank you once more for their support with a resounding round of applause. Please be seated. It is with pleasure and great pride that I introduce again the quintessentials. Today, they are performing our school's alma mater with a second stanza and arrangement by Professor Carmelo Comberiadi. Please join them. The words are on the back of your program.
On the heights so proudly standing, strong against the blue, high towers gleam commanding, loyal hearts beat true. For Manhattanville sing proudly, swell the mighty song, till the echoes ring out loudly, all the ages long. From the castle on the hilltop, up above the crowd, we hear tradition calling, valiant hearts are proud. For Manhattan sing proudly, swell the mighty song, till the echoes ring out loudly, all the ages long.
Congratulations to all our new 2017 graduates and welcome to your new status as alumni and members of the Manhattanville Alumni Association. Masters and doctors, as you leave today, please remember that you have been admitted to the ranks of Manhattanville alumni and alumni with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto appertaining. We know you will enjoy the privileges, and we hope that there will be many. And you have the right not only to wear your master's or doctoral degree with pride, but to always return to campus as one of the Manhattanville family of alums, and the right to the support of our alumni office in maintaining the close friendships and relationships you have built over these past years. However, like any kind of citizenship, these rights and privileges come with a set of responsibilities. As opposed to other communities, the responsibilities of a Manhattanville alumna or alumnus are not enshrined in legal constraints or enforced by a federal agency like the Internal Revenue Service. They are enforced solely by your personal sense of ethics, your conscience, and your sense of responsibility towards future generations of Manhattanville students. What we ask of you and of your conscience is that you help us maintain and enhance the reputation of Manhattanville College by talking to your relatives and friends, your colleagues at work and your running buddies about the wonderful education you've received at Manhattanville, and that you help us recruit the best and the brightest in future years as we have recruited you. We want you to send us your children and your nieces and your nephews and your friends and colleagues' nieces and nephews, provided that they have the same commitment to strong ethics and an unceasing quest for personal development that you have shown us. No amount of marketing we do for this college can have the same impact as your personal stories about your experience here. Nothing we do can match one strong recommendation you make to a future student. And we also need your help in enabling future generations of students to attend a school like Manhattanville College. And just as past generations of Manhattanville students have laid the financial foundation that pays for the scholarships and financial aid that so many of you have benefited from, we ask that you commit in your mind at this moment to pay that forward and enable future generations of students who would like to come here but whose families may not enable them to do so, to have the same access to outstanding faculty and rigorous graduate programs, as well as supportive and helpful staff that you enjoyed. As I said before, this is not an enforceable obligation. It is entirely between you and your conscience, your sense of honor and loyalty. I want you to make the commitment in your mind right now before you leave today. Having made it, you don't need to remember it, because we will take care of reminding you. In protecting the future of Manhattanville College, in enabling it to grow and gain in strength and reputation, you will also be protecting your own Manhattanville degree. And finally, and most importantly, keep in touch and share your stories. We want to hear from you. Let us know when you've landed that fascinating new job or the exciting promotion you've received as the result of your graduate degree. When you have your first reading of your new book in a bookstore in New York City. When you have become Secretary of Education or Superintendent of a school district. When you have clinched that financial deal or merger, or when you have earned that new set of public honors and acclaim. We want to help you broadcast your professional accomplishments, because your accomplishments are Manhattanville's accomplishments, just as Manhattanville's accomplishments are also your accomplishments. We, all of us, students, faculty, staff, parents, alumni and alumni, the Board of Trustees, we are Manhattanville. So I will not say farewell today, but au revoir and auf Wiedersehen. I look forward to seeing you again at the castle. Congratulations to the graduates of 2017. This officially concludes our doctoral graduate commencement ceremony. Please remain in your seats until the last members of the day's party and graduates have left the area, and then please join us in the castle for the post-commencement reception. Your diplomas are available to be picked up in the restroom. Thank you and Godspeed.